Oh. Probably should have started with it over here in the nonsense area. You might have to lower it and skip that song, my friend. See if I can't get the camera situated over here. What's up, Ams? How are you? How are you, my friend? How's your day going? Shadow Slayer. I'm timeless. How are you? How are you guys? Welcome in. Thanks so much for double tapping, throwing your thumbs up. Your girl is still feeling a little bit under the weather. So I am making myself a quick little soup / stew to try to have myself feel a little bit better. Good. At work, just chilling. Okay, Ems. Okay. What's up, chill guy? How are you? How's your day going? Happy Thursday, you guys. Again, thank you guys so much for throwing your thumbs up on the video, and thank you for subscribing if you haven't already. I'm just, like I said, making a quick soup stew here because your girl is still a little bit under the weather. Got it. Got it. Shadow Slayer coming in, always working. Love it. Love it. Sorry if you guys are getting rocked. The camera is right here while your girl attempts to peel this carrot. Yeah, I feel better than I have been feeling, you guys, but I am definitely still not 100% myself. But we're going to get there. We are going to get there. And I think this soup is going to help. This is a soup that's going to have a lot of good stuff in it. Give me a little iron that I need. Some lycopene, which is good for your blood. It's going to be a good time. But yeah, thought I would share this with you guys since I haven't really been posting as much as I post. Right now, I am just trimming this carrot up. And then we're going to give her a quick little dice. And then we're going to get everything cooked. And it's going to be delicious and delightful. Whew. Is that beef? It is both beef and pork off to the side of me here. Let me get myself a little bag, you guys. Yep. How's everybody doing, though? How is everybody doing? This carrot had a lot of green in it. Not mad at it. It just has a lot of green in it. Let me move my little spoon over here. Alright. I do a lot of rough chops, you guys, as you know. I'm not cooking for a restaurant. I'm just cooking for myself and A-Train. So I pretty much just do a lot of rough chopping. I don't get fancy with my chops, really. Are you going to roast it, put it in the oven, or see it? I will show you what I'm about to do in a second there, Shadow Slayer. You jumping the gun on me. I'm basically just making a soup / stew. So everything I'm chopping up is going to go in a pot in a second. But I have you guys turned this way so that you guys can see me as I get my stuff chopped up here. I'm moving a little slower than I normally do, as I said, because your girl's still trying to recuperate. Whoa. I sharpened my knife, but I think I did a shat job of it. But we are going to find that out. What's up, Donzel? Donzel's in the house, you guys. Donzel, how are you? You haven't eaten dinner yet. Okay. Not Donzel, but Shadow Slayer said he hadn't eaten dinner yet. So again, you guys, just popping on. Whoa, still a little bit under the weather, but I'm here. And I was getting ready to cook a little something for myself and figured I would show up and see how you guys were. So this is mostly just going to be you guys staring at me chopping in the pot. But hopefully you guys will find that entertaining. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have some bread with this when I finish up. And I'm just doing a rough chop on these carrots. When I make soup and stew, I don't really get fancy with my chops. I keep it pretty basic. It's all going in my mouth. I don't really care how it cooks. It's all going to be cooking in a soup for a while. Donzel's doing good. That's awesome, Donzel. I'm glad to hear that. How has everybody's week been going? Are you guys having a good week so far? And it's Thursday, which means we've almost hit the hit the end run on this week, which is nice. As I stated, I am starting to feel somewhat better, but still a little bit dragging. But I am better than I was a couple of days ago. A couple of days ago, your girl was feeling some sort of way. Oh, you thought of a funny vid and posted it? That's cool. Again, thank you guys all for coming in and throwing your thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. Just again, chopping some stuff. Gonna make a quick soup/stew for A-Train and I. That's pretty much all I'm doing. You guys are kind of between me and the cutting board, so I'm having to kind of peek behind you to kind of see what I'm doing. Good thing that it doesn't really matter, because it's not really anything that's, you know, got to be perfect. Got a little bit of leftover red cabbage here that I am going to throw in. I forgot, I put on the screen when I forgot to defrost the chicken. Okay, so you guys had chicken, or are you saying you forgot to defrost the chicken, Shadow Slayer? You got to remember to defrost the chicken, my friend. Defrosting the chicken is an important situation. So I got a little red cabbage we're going to throw in this soup/stew as well. Again, giving everything just kind of a rough chop. Colors matter when you're trying to eat stuff that makes you feel better, as I am trying to do. So we've got our carrots and our cabbage chopped up. I'm also going to use a little red onion. Whoa, hello. I just kicked you guys. I didn't actually kick you. I just tapped you. I think so, Shadow Slayer, but I haven't really been on that much, but I think so. Hopefully I have. If I haven't, know that I will go in and try to find the rest of them when I feel a little bit better. But yeah, I've been loving you guys' work. You guys have been doing great work, Shadow Slayer, Lavender, and GU Slayer. If you guys don't know, they are kind of our resident anime, kind of cool artist kind of kids doing what they're doing. Might take off this extra layer on here and get A-Train's opinion on whether or not this onion is good to go. Can you see the onion, sweets? Are you on the screen?
I'm on a lag. I'm going to come see you in person.
Oh, damn, you're on a lag. Hey, Annaboo, how are you, baby girl? How are you? Your girl is still a little under the weather, but trying to make a quick little stew for myself. How do you feel about it?
It's healthy.
You like it? Okay. Figured I would just go live for half a second here while I get my soup/stew going. We chopped up some carrot and some red cabbage. And now I'm just rough chopping some red onion. Again, no fancy chops here. I would definitely put regular lettuce in that, yeah. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see it, Annaboo. I am glad to see it, baby girl. I am glad to see it. Looking forward to watching you put some of that new special effects makeup that you bought to use. I know that there's probably a video getting ready to come up any minute. So I'm excited for that. Again, just rough chopping everything, you guys. Getting that over here. Pretty much that's all I'm going to chop at this point. Got a can of stewed tomatoes. We got, whoop, my finger's in the way. Sorry, you guys. I got a can of stewed tomatoes. I've got some black beans that I drained and rinsed. For those of you guys who were on our videos where we made our own seasoning cubes and froze them, that is what we've got. So we've got seasoning cubes. These were also carrot. They were jalapeno, and they were tons of garlic, as well as celery. So these are kind of our seasoning cubes that we're going to throw in this. Happy Thursday, girl dad cooking up deliciousness. Yes, thank you so much for being here. I'm trying to get better, my friend. I am trying to get better. I feel better than I did a couple of days ago, but your girl is still a little slow. She's still a little slow, as you guys can tell. But, you know, that's life, and we're getting better, and that's what it's all about. I'm just popping over to the sink really quick, you guys, so I can remove my scraps and get my hands a quick little rinse off. Got to do a little action over here because we dropped a little magic. I'm going to take you guys over to the pot, and we are going to get to cooking. I'm going to get this meat sweated down first. You're going to do it today, Anna? Okay. Well, I got to tell you, Annaboo, if you're going live, or if anybody's going live, I'll try to pop in, but realistically, I've been popping in and out of people's lives just because I've, you know, been not as strong as I'd like to be. So I've been trying to lay low, sleep it off, try to get my mind right. So I'm going to move you guys over to the pot so that we can get this meat down. Yes, girl dad, cooking up deliciousness. Anna Boo is awesome. She does special effects makeup, but she also sometimes cooks, which I think is very, very cool. Whoop. Try to get you guys situated here in my pot with me. I think that's probably the best shot we're going to get from this angle. I want to learn how to animals so I can make, okay. Anywho, so I'm going in. Let me get you guys. How's that shot, babes?
Pretty good. Most of the pot is in view.
How about now? A little bit better?
Better.
Got it.
I can see some floor, but that's okay.
It's probably going to be a little bit floor, not the best shot ever. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you for throwing your thumbs up. Thank you so much for subscribing, because I know most of you guys already have. So what I'm going in with is some ground pork and then also some ground beef in my pan here. I'm going to get this kind of browned up a little bit and get rid of this bowl. Yes. We got it. My other wooden spoon conked out on me, so I've been using this one. Now, this is a space where you could use ground, oops, sorry for banging you guys around. You could use ground turkey as well, but right now I'm going for like unctuous fat. So I went in with some 80-20 ground beef and some seasoned ground pork. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is also hot ground pork, but I will be adding some additional seasoning because you guys know how I do. I like to have a very spicy, plus I'm trying to get better, right? So we're going full spice on this right now, you guys. To be honest, being myself, I don't know if I will today. I'm still not feeling well. You either, Anna Boo. Dang, Anna, me and you, not ourselves, huh? Seemed like a lot of people I talked to weren't feeling the world's best. But, you know, change of seasons will do that. We've been having the weirdest weather, as you guys know. It's like 85 one day, and then it was like freaking 40 degrees the next day. I feel like that's the kind of thing that'll get you out here feeling some sort of way. I'm going to turn my heat up just a little bit. Trying not to melt my freaking iPhone, right? Okay. That little situation going on here. A-Train is working. And the other room, not sure if that's going to pick up or not. If it does, we will have to turn you. I might have to mute it for a hot second. But no big whoop. We will just keep going and going. I don't know if I'm the only one who likes ground pork, but really hate like trying to brown it because it like clumps up. But that's why when you're dealing with ground pork, you just got to keep moving it. And ultimately, it'll get itself chunked up the way you want it to. So once we get this pork and this ground beef kind of brown the way I want it to, I'm going to pull it out, and then we're going to go in with our vegetables, and then we're going to plop this back in and kind of make our stock inside of here with it, and just kind of keep moving along. Just moving along, singing a song, trying to friggin' make something to make us feel a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, Anna Boo. I mean, that's kind of the thing. That's what A-Train told me. He was like, if you got a little energy, you know, throw something out there. But if you don't, then don't worry about it, you know. You got to take care of yourself first. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Is just get myself a nice pot of the ooh and the wee going here. So I'm okay with as far as this has gone right now. I'm going to get myself another bowl and a strainer to pull this out. And then I'm going to get my vegetables in there. And we're just going to kind of keep moving and grooving, you guys. Oh, Lord. Scene going on up here. But we got this. Sorry, you guys, I was grabbing my bowl. It's right above you guys, so it was making noises, of course, because that's how we do. Thank you so much for being here, Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness. You've been killing it. If you guys don't know who Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness is, he is the father of a beautiful little girl, and he gardens and he cooks, and he does not play with y'all. Every meal he makes is an incredible meal. Every meal he makes is incredible, and I love the way he shoots his shots. He clearly has a better short shot setup than I do. I don't usually shoot my cooking videos short like this. I usually shoot them horizontal, where there's a lot of space for you guys to see. But we're doing a short today, a short live, vertical live, if you will. So we got this set up. Goga, how are you, my friend? How are you, Goga? How was your day? I was glad I was able to catch your live. If you guys don't know who Goga is, Goga's amazing, teaches all kinds of cool things about, sorry guys, I have not cleaned my eye recently. That's just life. That's the kind of nonsense that happens when you don't have your full strength about you, but we're going to get our strength back, right? Anyway, Goga is awesome, has a platform where he interviews really great content creators, and also he shares information about his journey and good things about YouTube analytics and all that stuff that we're all interested in figuring out. So if you are interested in any of that, definitely check out Goga. Yes, yes, yes. So now we're going to go in. I've got a couple of seasoning cubes. Now, keep in mind, again, these seasoning cubes, you guys watched me do this live last week. This is carrot, garlic, and jalapeno, as well as a little bit of celery. And I like to plop that in my pot like that. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit more oil. And we're going to let those seasoning cubes kind of break down a bit. And I got to tell you guys, if you don't make your own kind of seasoning cubes, you got to do it. You got to do it. It helps you preserve your vegetables. One, because you know when you buy a thing of carrots, when you buy a thing of garlic, you don't always use it all right away. Use it to make seasoning cubes, freeze them, and then you don't have to worry about it, right? You don't waste anything, and you got your homemade seasoning ready to go when you're ready to go, right? Of course, of course, of course. Of course, Goga. Of course I'm going to shout you out. Helen! Oh my goodness, what a blessing. Hey Helen, how are you? How are you? How are you? Happy Thursday. I guess, what is it there? Thursday, I'm not the best, Helen. I'm not the best, but I'm going to make myself a pot of something really good. I got my seasoning cubes in here. And we are going to get better, right? I feel better than I did. Oops, sorry, I popped you guys. I feel better than I did earlier this week, but your girl is still a little bit under the weather, but that's okay. We're going to get better. We just browned our 80-20 ground beef and our hot pork, and right now we are, turn my heat down a bit, we are breaking up these seasoning cubes, and then we are going to get our vegetables going, and then we're going to let this hopefully healing soup come together. So I'm just tapping my seasoning cubes as they melt. Kind of helps to break them down a little bit. There we go. So that's all we're doing. That is all we're doing. Helen says, hey boo, how's you? Exactly. Oops, sorry. I'm just tapping y'all. I apologize for that, you guys. Y'all are just getting tossed around in this kitchen by me. So again, those seasoning cubes had peppers in them. It had onions in it. Had carrots in it. Had garlic in it, so that is some good seasoning right there. We're doing well, thank you. Getting ready for kindergarten graduation. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations to you and congratulations to your daughter, Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness. That's gotta be a really proud moment. I love that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody's saying hi to Helen. Who knows Helen? Because who doesn't know Helen? So here we go. I'm going to go in with the vegetables we chopped. So the vegetables we chopped were, we chopped carrots, we chopped red cabbage, we chopped onion. And we're going in on top of our seasoning with that. You guys are in between me and my pot, so I'm trying not to get stuff everywhere. But we're going to get these in and we're going to sweat them down. And then we're going to keep on keeping on. I just never seen you before. Oh, Shadow Slayer. Hilariousness. Shadow Slayer, where are you again? I know you're on the continent of Africa, but what part, my friend? What part are you on? Girl Dad, cooking up deliciousness, talking with Helen. Of course, of course. So we've got our vegetables in there now. We're going to let those do what they're doing. We're going to sweat them down. I don't like my vegetables in my soup or stew to be all the way broken down. I still want to be able to kind of bite into them. I like when my carrots still have a little bit of bite, and I like when my cabbage still has a little bit of bite. So we're going to sweat it, but we're not going to go too far. And while we're doing that, let me look at my comments here. How is everybody? Thank you again for double tapping the screen and throwing your thumbs up, you guys. You're greatly appreciated. You're in Zambia? Are you saying you're in Zambia, Shadow Slayer? That's cool. I think that's the first time I've gotten anybody here from Zambia. I think you might be the only person from Zambia in my crew, Shadow Slayer. But thank you for being here and welcome. I was able to fill it in, Shadow Slayer. You gave me most of the letters I was able to figure in. Because you said you were on the African continent. So that limited where you were likely to be. And then you put the Z in there. There's only so many. I mean, it was either going to be Zimbabwe, which I assume you would have put a W if that was the case. So I just assumed Zambia. It looks like I was right. Yay me, extra points in my general direction. How you doing in there, baby pants? Good, good, good. How's it look on the camera? Good, good, good. Yeah, I love purple cabbage, you guys. Purple and orange, probably like the best colors together. And then we also have a little bit of frozen corn and peas that we're also going to put in here, but those are going to go in last. I probably should have put some potato in here too. Sorry, you guys, I'm going to cough real quick. Anywho, I hope everybody's doing all right, though. I hope everybody and their families are making it through this week and having themselves a good week. We're just going to let these sweat down. And ever tasted purple cabbage once and never loved it. Oh, Helen does not like purple cabbage. She is a fan of my nemesis, the other aubergine vegetable, which is eggplant. Helen loves eggplant. I'm not a fan of eggplant. So now we know, Helen, you love eggplant. I don't. And I love red cabbage. Sorry for popping, you guys. But you don't. That's funny. Well, you just pick one purple vegetable and then you love it, right? And your purple vegetable is eggplant, and my purple vegetable is cabbage. Because I think red cabbage is freaking great. I bet you would love it if I cooked it for you, Helen. I can cook the heck out of some cabbage. I would seriously sear that up with a little bit of pork fat and make it something you would like. Hey, Annabella, how are you, baby girl? How are you? Happy Thursday. Welcome for being here. Or thank you for being here. Oh, I don't like eggplant in Chinyanja language. It's called Impwa. Got it. Am I saying that right, Shadow Slayer? Impwa? So is Impwa eggplant in the Nyanja language? Impwa. I like that. Impwa. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Sorry, Annabella, baby girl. Everybody's out here struggling. But condolences to you, and I hope that you're able to work it out and get a little better. We got 0-0 eggplant versus purple cabbage. Yeah. I love this pot. I got this pot a little bit ago from Home Goods, which is a kind of a home store, as you can imagine, in the United States. And they have really cool pots and pans and stuff like that here. Hey, Boy Oxty, I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. How's your dog? Who's your dog? How are you doing? I don't know what the opposite is of mi dog is prima, or my dog is prima, but my day is kind of good, but not good, so I'd have to figure out how to say that, Boy Oxty. I don't know yet. So anyway, We're just stirring this. Now that it's kind of started to kind of do what it's doing, I'm going to go in with a little salt, you guys. And for those of you guys who don't know what kind of salt I use the Morton light salt. It's got 50% less sodium in it and a lot more potassium, which, you know, your body needs. So I'm going to go in with that. Oh, you've been in school. Good, good, good. School that I was doing things. Fair enough. You have weird snack requests, Shadow Slayer? Funny. So we got a little salt in there. We're also going to go in with a little bit of pepper. I'm going to grind some pepper in there. I like a lot of pepper. We're also going to put in some chili powder, which is basically some habaneros, some Scotch bonnets that we took out of our garden last year and made a seasoning with. So I will be putting that in as well. But we got our little salt and pepper going in here. Your cooking is very unique. Love your recipes. Thank you, Helen. Whoa, I keep knocking y'all around. Don't be mad at me, you guys, for knocking y'all around. Oh, Anna Boo loves both the eggplant and the purple cabbage. I love that. You guys have to watch Anna Boo cook. Anna Boo is the Caribbean princess, and she cooks some very beautiful food. I saw her make a curried, I think it was duck, because it was supposed to be chicken, but it was duck, and it was really, really beautiful. Goga, I said checking on the new young pope. Okay, Goga. Boyaxi is saying hi to Helen. Thank you, Boyaxi. Thank you. Shadow Slayer says slice cucumber into slices and dip them into vinegar and salt and pepper. That's how we make pickles. Yes, I love cucumbers, and you know I make my own pickles. I made my own pickles on this channel live. I think it was like a week or something ago. So anyway, we got that going right there. Now a couple things I'm going to add. I'm going to come in with a little bit of dried cilantro, which is, I guess, pretty common herb that people use throughout the world. Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. And I want to get that going in here. Now, I like dried cilantro. It's probably one of my favorite dried herbs because it gets more cilantro, if that makes sense. It's not like some dried herbs don't seem like their fresh counterparts, but to me, cilantro is very, very good. I'm also going to go in with some dried coriander because, as you guys know, your girl will put coriander in anything and everything, for that matter. How you doing in there, baby pants?
I'm good.
Good, good, good. Good. So everything's kind of, ooh, it smells really good in here, you guys. I wish you guys could really smell this because it's really giving it, it's really doing something to me. Now I'm going to go in with some ground thyme. Thyme has medicinal properties, and your girl needs all the medicinal properties she can get as she tries to get better. Now, dried thyme can be strong, so we're just going to go in with a little bit of that. I'm also going in with some turmeric. As you guys know, I love to use turmeric. Turmeric is good for inflammation, all kinds of things used throughout the world. You can also dye clothes with turmeric, which is another thing I really like. We don't have ranch and stir, so we use plain yogurt and vinegar, salt, and parsley to make ranch. That's smart, Shadow Slayer. That's smart. So now that we've added the turmeric, you guys will see that the color will change because turmeric is very strong. Aaron once cut himself, and we put a little turmeric in it because turmeric is also like kind of like an analgesic, which is like, I guess, good for, you know, cuts and stuff like that. And it basically tattooed him. He basically has a tattoo, a turmeric tattoo. That's how pigmented turmeric is. So we got that in there. And we are good to go. Now, the next thing I'm going to go in here. This, and you can tell because it's rough chopped. These are all the chilies from our garden last year that we ground up. I do a rough grind on them, and these are some of the hottest chilies in the world in here. But your girl is trying to get better, so we're going to go, this is potent. That much? Aaron, tell him, is that not?
Oh, that's crazy.
This is a crazy amount of chili to be putting in here, if you knew how potent this was. But I'm going to go in for a little bit more, babe. I need to clear my sinuses. So we're going in. Probably going to get real fancy in here, babe. Just so you know. Here we go. We're doing it. All right. Ooh, woo. Oh, it's spicy. When that spice hits the heat, you could tell right away. Now the other thing I'm going to go in with, and this, my Caribbean princess Anna Boo will understand what this is, but this is allspice and clove. So allspice and clove is kind of a known combination inside of the Caribbean. And it's always good to me, oops, sorry you guys, when I'm doing ground pork or ground beef, I like to throw a little bit of it in there. So we're going to go in with a little bit of allspice and clove. It's just going to give the whole meal a little something, something that you weren't prepared for, but that's going to make you want to come back for more, right? So we got that in there. It's already smelling incredible. I really wish you guys could smell this. I really wish you guys could smell this. Sorry, Boyoxy, your girl's still a little slow right now. I'm not as fast as I usually am, so I'm sorry I missed your comment. But yes, I am making soup/stew so that I can get better. So we got that going right now. Next thing I'm going to throw in is our black beans. And I basically, this was canned black beans. I usually make my own, but I did not have the energy for that. So it's canned black beans that I drained and rinsed because you want to get the canned flavor out, if that makes sense. And we're going to get that stirred in there. I already like the way this looks. It's looking delicious. It's got me feeling some sort of way. I would eat this right now. This is basically just a pot of beans right now, cabbage and carrots that are seasoned. Still would be good. Right now with a piece of cornbread, stop it. Stop it. Tell me that's not something we would be eating right now. Of course we would eat it. Now I got a little bit of chili powder, and I am going to go in with that. And this is just like paprika and other stuff. Ooh, Lord. It was dry. She got fancy. Girl Dad cooking up deliciousness said it looks delicious. Well, that means a lot coming from you because I think everything you make looks bomb. Now, one of the things about using chili powder that's nice is it already has cornstarch in it. Sorry, guys, I'm just tapping y'all left and right. But the cornstarch will help to thicken our soup and stew when after it cooks down. So here's where we are so far. How much is that? You know I don't measure, Shadow Slayer. I do it like my grandma did it. I pinch it in. I pinch this, I pinch that. That's what we do. Next, we drained off the fat from our ground beef and ground pork. That's going to go back in. And we drained off quite a bit of fat, you guys. That's how much fat drained off of that. Because ground pork has a lot of fat in it. We're going to get this in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm already starting to feel better looking at this. Now, you know what I wish I had, though, is some sweet potato. Or, I guess, in other countries, it would be considered yam. Is that what that is, babe?
Yep.
Or sweet potato, yam? Not yam, because yam is a white potato, right? Like, even in Nigeria, if you guys don't know this, Aaron's half Nigerian. A yam, I think, is white. Because, like, when they do cocoa yam, it's like a white thing. So maybe a sweet potato is still a sweet potato?
Cocoa yam is a different yam than yam.
Cocoa yam's a different yam than yam? Oh, Lord, y'all, I'm learning it today. My sister and I...
Taro.
Cocoa yam is taro? Or taro? Okay. Got it. Your girl is over here learning. I'm getting a lesson in Nigerian food, y'all. Be okay. You should come to Zambia. We have so much sweet potato. Oh, I love sweet potatoes. If you guys don't know from other places, sweet potato is a known African-American southern staple. My grandmother and those guys, all from the South, put sweet potato and stuff. There's craziness. But pies, they put sweet potato in almost everything. At least my grandma did. So, anywho, we got this going. It smells good. It's spicy. We got everything we wanted. Now, this is where I go in and I salt again because we put those beans in. And again, keep in mind that this salt has 50% less sodium. So when you use it, it's a little bit different than how you would normally use salt, right? Because it has less sodium, more potassium. I love the purple sweet potato, not the orange one. Okay. I like my sweet potato with peanut butter and in a pie. Okay, Shadow Slayer. You probably like my aunt's sweet potato pie. She makes a really, really beautiful sweet potato pie. And every year, she would make one just for me to take home. And I always felt so privileged and so loved and so blessed because we have a big family. Whoop! My grandmother had 11 kids. She had 11 children. So the fact that my aunt, one of 11 children, made a sweet potato pie just for your girl to take home made me feel like I was a big deal. Okay? So I'm going to go in with a can of stewed tomatoes, and they're in a Mexican recipe, so they have a little jalapenos, garlic, and cumin in them. And I'm going to get this open, and we're going to get a little bit of that stewed tomato in there. Now, I really like stewed tomatoes if you're going to use canned tomatoes and you're not going to use ones from your own garden, because basically they're just whole tomatoes that they let cook down, right? So you're going to get as much of that concentrated tomato essence as possible. And I'm just breaking them down with my wooden spoon here. You guys see these colors? It just looks so good already. What do you think our family dessert is? I'm not sure, Shadow Slayer, tell me. So already it's got me feeling, we could put this alongside some rice, you guys, and just have ourselves a time. That's all I'm saying. We don't really need much else with this, but we're still going to go deeper. Because we want to make a big old pot that Aaron and I could eat for a couple of days, and your girl doesn't have to cook, right? That's the whole point of these types of meals, is that we don't want to have to cook for a while. Baby, do we have any chicken stock?
No.
We're out entirely?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all right. We put enough seasoning in it that I feel like I can go in with some water.
There's some frozen if you need it.
No, I'm going to go in with the water. So I'm going to go in with some water because we are out of chicken stock, which is okay. You know, sometimes you don't have the chicken stock. Water is fine, especially if you season your food right. You'll have enough flavor in there where you won't need to get too fancy. Wish I could eat this. Thank you, Boy XD. It's actually going to be really good. My grandma loves red velvet cake, and all of us. Oh, okay. That's some very southern business there, Shadow Slayer. Red velvet cake is a very African-American southern situation, my friend. Okay. So I went in with about 4 cups of water. If I had been using chicken stock, I would have gone in with like probably a whole box of chicken stock at this point. Let me give myself a stir. She's looking a little murky. And then we're going to just let this kind of cook down. And she's going to be delicious. Now, the way I'm going to cook this, some of this liquid is going to evaporate because I'm going to cook it with the top on, but I'm going to do what my grandma used to do, which is that you set your wooden spoon on the side and then you put your top on, but it still allows the water as it evaporates to leave, and it concentrates your stock so that, as my grandmother would say, that pot liquor, that's what my grandma would call it because that's what they used to sop it up with the cornbread, is that she would say that is what you're looking for, is a really nice thick pot liquor. So that's what we're going for in this particular soup. And it's got all the things I need in it to make me feel better. It's got spice, so it's going to clear my sinuses out. It's got all the good vegetables that we could ever want. I wish I had a little bit of pea greens. I wish I had some pea greens to put in here because that would give it a little bit more color and it would be really good. Hold on one second, you guys. All right. I'm getting a PS5 tomorrow. Shadow Slayer. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the support, Helen. Dang, that is a lot of water. It is, Boyaxi, but some of it, like I said, is going to cook off. And also keep in mind, for the most part, water is free or inexpensive in some places. And so for us, at least in the United States, it is. And it's nice because when you make a pot of soup, putting in more liquid means that it'll go farther, right? So the soup costs me less money. So then Aaron and I can eat longer without having to spend more money, right? So you want to use the inexpensive ingredients to stretch the meal, because if you stretch the meal, you get more meal without having to put forth more money. And that's what life is about right now, right? I don't know what it's like in the other parts of the world, but straight up, it's crazy, you guys. The price of, or the cost of food in the U.S. is out of control right now, out of control. So anyway, because I'm lazy, I would usually wait to do this, but because I'm lazy, I'm going to go ahead and put in my corn and my peas. And that was frozen corn and peas. And that had a little ice cube on it, so you know that's going to give me a little bit more liquid in here, but that's okay. Oh, that already looks so good. Done with it. That's beautiful. Tell me this isn't going to be good. Oh, my Lord. I'm going to have to cook up some cornbread too, you guys, because this is definitely looking like, isn't it, babe? Like a side of cornbread?
Yeah, that would be perfect. That's looking lovely. Those colors, though, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's all the way up to the top, baby. That is going to be a nice, nice, good pot of stew. Hopefully my Nigerian relatives will know that I'm over here feeding this man. Because one thing I know about Nigerians, whoo, sorry, y'all. If they think you over here not feeding a man, they'll lose their minds. They'll be like, come on now, give him the 3 meat. Baby, you're getting 2 meat today. You got 2 meat. You got the ground beef.
Beef and pork.
Yeah, you got ground beef and pork. So, baby, I'm giving you that 2 meat. Do it, Anna. If you're not feeling good, baby girl, you got to make some soup. Soup gets you where you got to go, especially like a nice, hearty, stocky soup like this. Stop it. I'm going to let this come up to a boil real quick, and then I'm going to take a little quick taste, and then I'm going to go have a seat back on the couch where I was, because that's where your girl was resting, so that she can get back to her. But how's everybody's week been? Have you guys been having a good week? I need to know. Talk to me. Just throwing away these bottles of water that we used. You may need to salt your soup again, because soup is one of those things that'll run from you with the salt. As my grandmother would say, it would run from you. So you got to keep tasting it and salting it, seasoning it as it cooks, because some of that salt might go away, and you want to make sure you have the right flavor in there, right? When it's all said and done. Really good. Yes, yes, yes. You're having a really good week, Boy XD. Shadow Slayer's having a really good week. He's getting a new PS3. Come on now, Shadow Slayer.
Taking a phone call.
Alrighty. So A-Train is working. He's taking phone calls in the back. So if you guys hear him, that is what he is doing. As you guys know, we have like 45 jobs in this house. So usually when you guys are on during the day with me, I am working. Aaron is working. He's usually working a full-time job, and he's also covering his 2 businesses. I'm usually working a full-time job and covering my business, my 3 businesses, and it's a lot. We're doing the best we can in this house, but sometimes it's crazy. Sorry, you mean PS5. Yes. Sorry, thank you for correcting me, Boy XD. Like I said, your girl's a little bit slow on the uptake these days, but I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better. My dad and I talked last night, and he said I already sounded better than I did before, so that's good. And then my brother called. I have a family that is always very, very interested in making sure I'm okay. So my brother called me last night, and he was talking about my video that he had just watched, and he was asking if I was okay, and I'm like, yeah, I feel better, and he was like, you'll be fine. And I always love to hear that stuff from my family, because when they say it, I believe it. So I think I will be fine. I just ran into a little bit of a skanky patch, but I'm good. Sometimes that is life, you know, you get a little under the weather and then you bounce back. I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit because I want to get a little boil on this before we put the top on. And then when we put the top on, I'm going to let this simmer for, I don't know, a period of time. Oops, sorry, y'all. Getting my top together, I'm going to go give it a quick rinse. The more water you add is the more seasoning you're going to have to add. Correct, Anna Boo. But that's why we did really, really well. We seasoned our product way well at the beginning. I'm just giving my top a little rinse here, you guys. But, yeah. We put those 2 seasoning cubes in, okay? And then we also added some additional seasoning, so we're going to be good. Now, if we do need to add some more seasoning as the time goes on, we should be fine, right? I'm not too worried about it. I think we'll be fine. I'm just right now drying off my pot top, waiting for my soup stock here to come up to temp, and then we're going to go from there. How's everybody's weather, just out of curiosity? Ours just started getting hot. We had been very, very cold earlier this week. It's like 40 degrees. And then now, I think it's like in the 70s. And when I say that, I'm talking about Fahrenheit, not Celsius, to my people who live overseas. I'm saying 70 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. I'm not sure what the exchange is. What is 70 degrees Celsius? Nobody knows. I think it's like 18. Is that 18 degrees Celsius? I don't know. I'm trying to learn how to do the... Mine's just cool, not cold, but not too warm. Got it. Okay. Ew, my sister is making sandwiches for dinner. That's cool, Shadow Slayer. This soup could be good with a little sandwich action. Okay. We're doing good. I got my top ready when the time comes. Wait for this to hit that right temp. I love that the bubbles are coming up to the top. And because we drained our fat out, we should have just the right amount of fat in here, but not like, it shouldn't be an excessive amount of oil at the top as it bubbles. And that's important when you're making stew. You don't want the first bite of soup or stew that people have to be really oily and greasy. You want it to be a nice homogenized soup/stew. So I think we're gonna do pretty good because we drained our fat out, right? Sorry, you guys, I've been knocking you around all day. Like medium warm. Okay, Boyaxi, I gotcha. I gotcha. Hey, Solu, how are you? How are you, Solu? How's your day going? How's it going there in New York? Yes, 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 Boyaxi. Ooh. So yeah, you guys can tell that she's starting to get herself where I need her to go because everything's moving around. She's getting a little frothy at the top. No real oil is coming up to the top. I see a little bit. And you want a little bit of fat in your soup because that's ultimately what's going to make it taste good, in my personal opinion. There has to be a little bit of fat, but I don't like soups and stews where there's like 2 inches of fat at the top because that's weird. Thank you for throwing your thumbs up, Sheen. How are you? How are you? That is also Solu. If you guys haven't checked out Solu, do so. Yeah, Anabu. Just a tiny, tiny little baby. But very smart. That's the thing. Some of these youngins that come into my channel, they're very young, but they are also very, very freaking smart. Like, can you imagine being like 10 years old and speaking like 3 languages? Like, get out of here. I would never have that. Ever. That is not how they treat us in the U.S. So, I'm going to have a taste of it. I like the way this looks. Look at that. And the more it cooks down, the better it's going to be. I just want to taste for my seasoning right now. I'm going to be tasting for my seasoning the entire time that it's cooking. But you can tell that the viscosity is high, right? Very little oil, right? Very little oil in there. Very little water. So it's going to be tasty. Let me have a little taste here. Stop it. Oh, baby, that's spicy. Woo!
Yeah, you put that
Woo!
scoop in there.
Woo! Oh, that's beautiful. Woo! I like it. I like it. Oh, baby, you're going to love that. Do you want to, obviously the camera's facing the pot, so you don't have to worry. A-Train doesn't like to be on camera. I'm going to say body instead of baby. Let me get you a little taste of this, babe.
You doing a little taster?
I think we should put in a little knot of parm, too, just to give it a little funk. Here you go.
Do it.
Here you go, baby pants. What do you think? People can hear you. Tell them what you said.
Oh, it's delicious. It's well-developed flavor. Ooh, it is spicy.
Is it hitting you?
Okay, yeah.
Woo!
Nice mellow waves of spice. It's not like too sharp,
Yeah.
but it's there.
And that, you guys, and that clove and allspice makes the difference. It gives the whole thing, the whole pot, a kind of an exotic, but very, very deep, very tasty feel. So, like, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the broth flavor is excellent.
The broth is delicious, you guys. All right. Well, this is going to cook for a while. We have been on for 50 minutes, which I love. And your girl is going to go lay back down on the couch, try to mind my business and try to get better. But I did want to come on and make sure that you guys got a chance to watch me cook something because you know what's what. And yeah, I appreciate you guys so very much. I'm going in for another taste. Let me get a little piece of this corn. Now, the corn is not exactly where I would like it to be because I like my corn to cook for a little bit, even when it's frozen. But your girl's got to have a little taste. Let me see what's happening here. Oh, baby. With the corn,
Yeah.
the corn is just that little bit of sweetness. Look at that. That corn is that sweetness that we all need inside of this. Look at that, you guys. Wait till this cooks down. That's going to be delightful. So, anywho, I'm going to go ahead and do like my grandmother would do. Clean off the side of my pot. Annaboo is very friendly. Very friendly, Boyaxty. Very friendly. She is a beautiful, beautiful person. Inside and out. Very friendly. So, we got our spoon down, right? How I told you guys. We're going to put our spoon down. And then we're going to put our top down. And the spoon is going to keep it so that it can still evaporate out of the side. And that's great. And I'm going to turn my heat down. Let me get my heat turned down. There we go. So that's it, you guys. That's all I have right now. I appreciate you guys showing up. I appreciate you guys watching. It's been awesome. I didn't know if anybody was going to show up for this, but you guys are greatly appreciated. There's my little feetsies over here. Trying a couple things. I just didn't feel like doing the whole put your camera in my face situation today because, again, I'm not 100%. But I'm hoping that I will be 100% on Saturday and we can do our regular cooking live. But I appreciate you guys so much for being here, and I hope that everybody has a good rest of your day. And know, if nobody else tells you this, that I appreciate you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here with me, and I appreciate all of your well wishes. You guys have done a great job helping me feel good, telling me that I was going to get better. I was on Anastasia Bless live earlier today, and she was so sweet. And I just appreciate you guys very, very much. Having some peppermint tea. Yes, Annaboo, do that. Do that. You get better too, baby girl. You get better too. Thank you, Boyaxty, for sharing my DIY channel. I greatly appreciate that as well. Anywho, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and call this live and go, like I said, have another seat. Relax myself. And I hope the best for all of you guys. If you are ailing, you will get through it. Hopefully. You will get through it, and we'll get through it together. But anywho, I will hopefully see you guys on Saturday, okay? Have a good rest of your day, you guys. Bye-bye.